There are situations when people in marriages or relationships completely lose interest in each other. In particular, some women may lose interest in their husbands to such an extent that sometimes it's even easier for a stranger to strike up a conversation and build a connection with them than it is with single women. Because of this, some men choose to pursue women who are already in relationships, aiming to take them away from their current partners and start something new. Others aren't looking for anything serious. They're just looking to have a little fun, so to speak. Either way, this kind of behavior can have consequences, which I'll talk about shortly. So, how does it usually happen? Sometimes a man already knows that a certain woman is in a relationship, and yet he still chooses to get closer to her. Other times, he finds out during the course of their communication, and despite that, he continues to pursue her. She'll probably tell you that her relationship with that man has run its course, that he doesn't love her, treats her poorly, and so on. And many men, after hearing this, use it to justify their own actions, continuing the communication and going along with what the woman is doing. It's important to understand that in this situation, the woman is looking to get emotions from you that she's not getting from her so-called husband. And the fact that you happen to be nearby is nothing more than coincidence. In other words, don't assume that she has strong feelings for you, let alone love. It's simply about a lack of emotional fulfillment, nothing more. In general, decent people, if their relationship has truly reached a dead end and run its course, end it first. And if the woman in this example is even allowing herself to engage with you, that already says a lot. It means that in her worldview, being involved with another man while still in a relationship isn't something she sees as unacceptable. There's a good chance that the exact same situation will eventually happen to you. If you continue seeing her, take her away from her current partner and start a relationship of your own. Also, decent people don't jump into new relationships the moment the old ones end. And in this case, the old relationship hasn't even ended yet. In this kind of situation, there's a significant risk of ending up in a rebound relationship, one where she still misses her ex and might even continue seeing him, because she still has some feelings for him, no matter what she says. Even if she tells you how terrible he was, she's still likely to have doubts about whether she made the right decision, and whether she should go back to him. Do you really want to deal with constant worry and emotional stress because of that? And just as important, decent people don't badmouth their past relationships or the people they were with. When this happens, the woman might even start comparing you to her husband in a way that flatters you. Naturally, that can be very appealing to many men. But again, it's important to clearly understand the context of the situation. If a woman is talking to you while still in a relationship, and you eventually manage to win her over, don't be surprised if one day someone else comes along and does the same thing to you. And she'll tell him the same kinds of things, that you were a bad person. That's something you should always keep in mind. Because the fact remains, she betrayed the man she was with. There's a saying that fits this situation well. You can't build your happiness on someone else's misery. And sometimes, the situation becomes completely over the top, like when a man decides to take a woman with children out of her family. Not only is he pushing for an existing family to fall apart, but the woman will inevitably have ongoing contact with her ex because they share children. Now let's talk about situations where an outside man just wants to have some fun with a married woman. I think the moral side of that is already pretty clear, so there's no need to dwell on it. And here's what it comes down to when you look at the situation purely from a practical perspective. Many men who get involved in this kind of thing are making a mistake. They think, well, I'm not the one being cheated on, so everything's fine. But it's not uncommon for a man who initially just wanted a fling to end up catching feelings. And you can never be 100% sure that sooner or later you won't start developing emotions for her, even if right now that seems completely out of the question. In the end, getting involved with someone who's already in a relationship carries emotional risks and moral complications that are often underestimated. What may start as a casual connection can quickly turn into something deeper, with consequences not just for you, but for everyone involved. It's important to recognize the patterns and think carefully about the long-term implications before stepping into such situations. I hope this video helps you to make the right decision. See you in the next video.